Hi Pisces, welcome to the Modern Spiritualist. My name is Raheem. Today I'm going to do the September general reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you know your sun sign and it's Pisces, you're in the right place. If you know your moon and your rising signs, make sure to look for those as well. Keep in mind that in the month of September, Mars goes into retrograde right around September 10th. We're already in the shadow period. By the time you see this, we'll be in the shadow period. So you may already be feeling this energy. It's going to get even deeper in September. So a lot of the clearings have been a little bit chaotic and a little bit foggy. Just keep in mind that that's just what's going on a planetary level. It's not you. You haven't done anything, and you're going to be fine. Everyone's going through it collectively. Okay. So for the first, we have a couple of cards for roughly each week of the month to get you through the month of September. Some of these energies will hang around for longer than a week, some for a shorter duration. All will be subject to your personal situation. This is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not, okay? And let's look at the cards. So in the first week of September, we have the Magus in reverse, and it's paired with the Two of Wands. And then we also have a clarifier, which is the World, okay? In the second week of September, we have the Hangman reverse, and that's paired with the Six of Cups reversed. Quite a few signs have gotten the Six of Cups, including Capricorn and Libra. So if you have Capricorn or Libra in your chart or in your relationships, look for that. In the third week of September, we have the Ten of Swords, and that is paired with the Five of Cups reversed. And in the fourth week, we have the Adjustment card, which is also the sign of Libra. Clarifying that, we have the Eight of Wands reversed, which has also come up for a lot of signs. I believe Scorpio as well. Okay, so let's take a look at this. In the first week of September, let's start with the Magus. So, the Magus would be the Magician card in like a Rider-Waite classic deck. Similar energy. Let's take a look at it in the upright. You kind of have this figure who's basically like the owner of his universe. He's championing his entire existence, all of these things that he's kind of bringing into creation, right? You see all of this kind of like alchemy and creation. I mean, it's like he's pulling things out of thin air almost, right? But it's really like he just attracts everything that he wants to him. In the reverse, there can be a bit of analysis paralysis, like kind of like the Seven of Cups, where you may not know what you want, or if you do have some idea of what you want, you may not know what to go for, or you may not know how to manifest it. There could be a little bit of self-doubt, there could be some overwhelm, there could be some fear. Even with the Magus in the upright, there can kind of be this feeling of like, oh no, is everything going to be okay? Because the Magus has a lot of power, and with that power comes, kind of the need to be careful a little bit. So this energy is available to you in the upright. Just because it's showing up in the reversal doesn't mean that you can't turn it upright yourself. The reversals and the directs, they're kind of at the mercy of free will, right? So you can always take reversals as kind of a way to either use it within your own internal landscape in a positive way, or to just see in what ways you're limiting the energy or blocking the energy, and then it'll go upright again. So it's not a big deal. I would just say, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling analysis paralysis, make sure that you're not too in your head or in the clouds. Because I know for Pisces that can feel like a safe zone, right? But that can also have the opposite effect sometimes, where you're too in the imaginal realm and you're not grounding anything, and then you can just kind of feel a little scattered and not quite sure what to do. So make sure that you are connecting with the earth, connecting with your body, so that what you need to come through will come through for you, and you'll be able to get the response or the answer that you need by aligning your head with your heart and your body all in one, right? Because real truth, core truth, resonates on all frequencies. The mind is easily hijacked, so just be careful with that. It's paired with the Two of Wands. It came out in the direct, so again, I think it's just power of choice. Like, you may have choices to make. You may have decisions to to determine where you're going to go next. Something else is coming through. Let me think. Yeah, I think this is a lot about personal power. Your personal power to make an informed decision, that relies both on your intuition and the practical and your body and your heart, kind of everything syncing up. Um, in fact, this magician reversal, it just doesn't feel like it's in the reversal for very long, and I think that's kind of why I went off on that tangent about how things can always go direct if you choose, because I feel like that's kind of what you're in. We have the Two of Wands direct here, and the Two of Wands is also about choice and decisions. The Magus being about the paralysis towards those choices and decisions, right? So, with the Two of Wands, it's important to remember always that it's not about the choice itself. It's about your power to make the choice. And so ultimately, whatever door you choose to go through doesn't really matter. What matters is that you recognize your own power and free will, to make the choice that's right for you. And so with the Two of Wands, it's always about sinking into your body, um, getting in touch with your personal power, getting in touch with your intuition as well, and allowing the decision or the choice to become clear to you, through that alignment itself, right? So, instead of kind of just racking your brain, and trying to deduce logically for the right answer, or asking for advice from multiple people, all of which will have different answers, right? I mean, this is a choice that you need to make. You can use people as a backboard, but just be careful, right? Um, so yeah, so it's not about the choice itself or the decision itself. It's about getting in touch with your power to make whatever choice you want to make or need to make, because ultimately there is no wrong choice, right? It's just the choice you make and everything that happens after. So keep that in mind. It's paired with the World card, which is again emphasizing the need to listen to your intuition here, because the universe has an answer for you. The universe has an answer for you. It's the one that's the most in touch with your heart and soul. Get in touch with your higher power, or I'm sorry, not your higher power, your highest version of you, your higher self. Get in touch with your higher self. Um, and I only say that distinction between higher power and your highest self because it's ultimately the same thing, but it's just kind of the difference between looking for answers elsewhere and understanding and recognizing that the answer is within you, right? That's the only difference. So get in touch with your higher self, um, to make this decision. Yeah, I said this before. It's all about the alignment. That's what keeps coming through. It's all about the alignment of being connected to the earth, being connected to your own heart, and being connected to your higher power all at once. It's that central channel that runs from the core of the earth all through the center of your body all the way up to the highest power. That needs to be resonating with the decision that you make. You should be able to feel that resonation of truth, um, as an as an all encompassing, feeling, right? This world card is indicating that, you will know your answer when it feels like the entire world is resonating, um, with the vibration of whatever it is that you're choosing to do moving forward. In the second week of September, we have the Hanged Man reversed, which means it may take you a while to make this decision, um, but you may feel rushed at the same time. So be careful, don't feel rushed. You have time. You always have time. Um, yeah, don't rush it. Don't rush this decision. Um, I think the resistance that you may feel is you may be feeling pressured either from your own self or by like extenuating circumstances or by people in your life. You may feel really pressured to make a decision. You don't have to necessarily listen to that pressure. If you're not ready to make the choice, you're not ready to make the choice, and that's the reality. So yeah, I just have a feeling that you're gonna feel pressured to make your decision quicker than you would like to, and you may want to just push back on that pressure a little bit. Take that time for yourself, connect with that inner power within you that that gets to make their own choice when they want to make it, right? And it's paired with the Six of Cups reversed. It's been showing up for a lot of energies. It has only shown up in the reversal in this spread so far. Um, but yeah, it's just emphasizing again, you need to connect with your inner self to make this decision. Don't be pressured by outside circumstances. Don't be pressured by other people. Don't even be pressured by your own mind's desire to just continue to spin and logic and rationalize and run the energy to make the decision without the rest of you being online or on board with it, because that can just be really tiring. And so the Six of Cups in the reverse, is get in touch with your own heart, specifically your own heart. The world is kind of like get in touch with your higher power. The Two of Wands is kind of like get in touch with your own body. And the Six of Cups is get in touch with your own heart. It's that alignment again, okay? So that's going to be really key. It's going to be kind of the catalyst for you to make wise and informed choices for yourself in this month and moving forward, right? So that's all this is. In the third week of September, we have the Ten of Swords. I'm just feeling a lot of fear. Keep in mind that swords energy is always the mind. And so with the Nine of Swords or the Ten of Swords, people can get really afraid because some readers tend to read it as like financial ruin, or really bad things happening. It's not really about things happening on the physical material side of manifestation. It's really about like what your mind is doing, and it's like the frequency of fear itself, which doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything to fear in reality. It just means that that's what you're feeling and that's what feels real for you, which is valid. Fear is very valid. Oftentimes things happen in our past, right? And it programs our survivalist mind to tap into that fear when certain things arise that feel like it's going to repeat something that you've already been through. The thing about that is nothing ever actually happens the exact same time twice. And so often triggers just come up when really, in reality, like it's all good, right? And I'm not saying it's all good. You may have challenges here, obviously. Mars is in retrograde, and collectively we're a mess right now, so there's going to be challenges. But this Ten of Swords is just an invitation to come out of your mind, come out of your fear, and recenter, realign, right? The nice thing about the Ten of Swords is that it's usually kind of like on its way out, because the tens are the end of the line for Tarot, and then it recycles. So whatever you're dealing with here, that is causing you a lot of stress, a lot of frustration, and a lot of fear. Anxiety, even sleepless nights, things like that. Issues in relationship, betrayals, any kind of thing like that. This is kind of like the last straw. This is like the straw that breaks the camel's back, maybe. You're kind of done with the situation. If you've been doing all this alignment work in the first half of September, I think you'll be really empowered by this point to decide that the situation is no longer working for you. And that may be what this is you actually letting something go. Yeah, I feel like you're done. I feel like there's something that you're very, very done with. And that's what this is indicating. It's paired with the Five of Cups, which means that there's something that's been a real disappointment to you. This could be grief. If you're leaving a situation, this Five of Cups could definitely be grief. It's in the reverse. From the reversal, what I'm getting is that this is not something that you want to share with other people. You may be feeling a lot of sadness, you may be feeling a lot of disappointment, and you may be feeling a lot of grief, and you may just be keeping it to yourself. And if that works for you, and that's what makes the most sense for your situation, I mean, you know yourself best, then by all means do that, but don't be afraid to reach out to get support if that feels like it would be helpful for you, because there's people in your corner, there's people that care about you, and they want to hold space for you, right? So just keep that in mind. It's just an invitation if it feels right to reach out to support, because I get the sense that the impulse or the tendency will be to just kind of keep it inside. And as long as you're channeling it, rather than trapping it, like as long as you're allowing the emotions to come up and move through you and move on, that's not necessarily an unhealthy thing as long as the energy is moving. I mean, you're Pisces, you're an emotional sign. Emotions don't tend to stagnate with you guys because you're such strong feelers. It does move through and it does generally flow out. But if you feel overwhelmed by your own emotion, then reach out. Then reach out and see if somebody can be of service to you and hold space for you for whatever it is that you're going through here. You just feel sad, but it doesn't feel like something comes right out of the blue. I think that this is something that you may already be aware of. And this is kind of just like an emotional letting go. You'll be okay. Maybe you make a choice or decision that leads to this moment in which you have to let something go because it just wasn't working. It was causing a lot of stress. It was causing a lot of anxiety, and you're just done. That could be the case, or these could be unrelated to whatever choice or decisions you need to make. It will vary depending on your situation. In the 4th week of September, we have the Adjustment card. This is the card of Libra. It's the card of balance. It's the card of justice. There's kind of there's a bit of a cold rationality with this card, but not one that is malicious. I mean, this is making an objective, fair choice. Choice again. This is making an objective, fair choice about something that kind of rules out emotion, which is nice, actually. That if you're making this choice towards the end of the month, which is very possible, so you may be sitting on this choice or decision all month potentially. Not all of you, but potentially you might be. That actually, the emotions here that are kind of running through in the 3rd week of the month are going to actually be really beneficial, because if you can just kind of squeeze it all out, squeeze yourself out till you're just kind of, you're done and you're able to really let go of all the emotions for whatever the situation is, then you can actually make a really nicely informed choice, because you're not operating on an emotional level anymore. You're clear. You're a clean slate. You're ready to make the right choice. So that may be what this is you finally make the right choice. If you're in a relationship, it could have something to do with a Libra. Either they help you or you cut them off or something like that. Either one. You may have a Libra in your chart. I mean, you could ask a Libra for help, I think. Because enlightened Libras are very good at making an informed, objective choice. And so they are good people to lean on if you have one in your life that is a confidant. You could even talk to them about whatever this 5 of Cups energy is. Maybe. Libras are sometimes not the best shoulder to cry on, but they are good for making decisions moving forward. Because they weigh both sides of anything. This could also just be you channeling that energy, weighing both sides of something, and then making the cleanest middle ground choice that you possibly can with all the facts of both sides laid out, right? And breathe. Align. Again. That keeps coming through. Align yourself, breathe, be a clean channel, a clean slate of energy, so that you can move forward in a good way. It's paired with the 8 of Wands. It's in the reverse, which means I think you make a choice here right around the end of the month. And you're ready to move forward, but it's not quite time yet. This is kind of you gathering materials, getting ready for whatever it is that you're going to do next, coming up with a plan of execution. But the 8 of Wands is just saying it's not quite time to execute yet. So just get everything together and go from there. Again, take your time. Don't give in to outside pressure. Make an informed choice. Take as long as you need. Grieve whatever you're letting go of. Take as long as you need. And then get ready for the next thing. Take as long as you need. Right? Don't feel rushed. Move forward. Don't stagnate, but don't feel rushed either. Keep things moving forward, but at the pace that feels comfortable for you. don't get into overwhelm. It won't be helpful, right? Okay. I think that's all I have for you guys. It seems like a really big moment of growth for you, of refinement for you, of centering yourself and aligning yourself um, in a way where you can kind of present yourself more clearly and understand yourself and your situation more clearly moving forward. So it feels like it's really good, even though it may not be easy by any means. But I believe in you guys. You can do it. If you want to schedule a private reading with me, so we can get into the details of your situation and come up with the best options for you moving forward, then please do so. I will leave my link for that in the description box below. Otherwise, like this video so other people can see it. Subscribe if you want to see the next Pisces video, and I hope to see you guys in October.